Manchester United have been fined this week, have been fined by UEFA, have stripped Harry Maguire of the captaincy, have nearly confirmed Andre Onana being signed, and Rashford has re-signed a massive deal, taking him to 2028. Our highest paid player, and up there with the highest paid players in the Premier League as well. Harry Maguire reportedly was angry, shocked, and upset when Ten Hag told him he was no longer Manchester United captain, and quote, he is ready to leave the club, according to rumors. I mean, we're covering a lot of Manchester United stuff here. Quickly, let's just go quickly through this Maguire thing. I think it's pretty clear he didn't play too many games. Him being stripped is not the craziest thing. Who will be the successor to Maguire as captain? Culture, what do you think? Who do you think?
Bruno, right?
Bruno? So yeah, I think I'd agree with you. There's Casemiro, and apparently reports are Lisandro Martinez will be the co-captain, which I really like. I like that a lot. But yeah, but there's rumors of Casemiro,
I think it's a no-brainer. I think I'd make it Casemiro from a neutral's point of view.
Yeah. Bruno had that game against Liverpool where he was wearing the captain's armband, He got a lot of slate for that. But yeah, I don't know. Quickly on the topic of Andre Onana, apparently he's getting his work visa completed so he can travel to the US. That seems to be all but confirmed. Close to, was it 50 million pounds or something? I could be wrong about that. General thoughts on Onana, guys?
I'm excited. For it. It's a goalkeeper that Ten Hag's wanted for, I think since we realised De Gea wasn't going to be staying and we needed to get a new goalkeeper because we don't really have one. I think it's exciting. He's worked with Ten Hag before. He plays out from the back really well. I think there's going to be some some moments like he's had for you on eFootball Cart, to be honest. I think there's going to be some absolutely shocking passes or shocking Cruyff turns in his own box, but I quite like it. It's a ball-playing goalkeeper. That's the way it goes at the moment. He should allow us to build up from the back a bit better with his distribution. So I'm all for it. And I think we've got the signing of that Suzuka kid from the J League. Coming as well. He should be joining halfway through the US tour because it's easy for him to get a visa being Japanese. So that should be interesting as well. A whole new goalkeeper setup.
I would be amiss if I said I watched a ton of Onana play, other than what people share and all the rest of it. To me, obviously he's a much more flamboyant goalkeeper than what you typically go for. It's a bit Fabian Barthez reminding for me.
Yep.
How much would Fabian Barthez be worth now?
I don't know. No, obviously Barthez was a great keeper, but bit of a liability. I think we can agree, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think,
and that's what I mean. I feel like Onana could be a great goalkeeper for you, but also, like you said, I think he's going to have some moments where he'll be a bit of a liability.
Yeah, his shot stopping, little thing, we talk, obviously, in Discord and stream, we talk a lot about this. He's better on the ball, but his shot stopping may not be as good as De Gea. Obviously, there's compilations of mistakes of him, obviously. One thing I was thinking about is at Inter, they played with a back three. So a lot of aerial coverage there. So his ability to claim crosses and stuff like that wasn't as important when he had big De Vrij and Bastoni in front of him, and even Darmian to some extent. At United, he'll have Varane, who's decent in the air, but he'll have Lisandro Martinez as well, who isn't known for his aerial ability. So this could provide a issue. It could. I'm not saying it's going to, but something to think about, I think. But yeah, on the ball, he looks great, and he will definitely help us control games like just the Champions League final was, against the top tier teams. We'll be able to do that. Top tier teams usually aren't playing long ball most of the time, but They could. And I have to mention this. I know we're so late on time, but I'll get slated. United have been fined 300,000 euro for breaching UEFA's financial fair play rules. The breach occurred during the 3-year monitoring period between 2019 and 2022. United reported a minor break-even deficit during this period, which resulted in the fine. The punishment was based on the previous version of UEFA's FFP regulations, with a new framework now in force, which caused the administrative error. The club accepted the fine, claiming it as a minor technical breach. United are healthy. It's not affecting them financially like crazy, and I don't think we had too many benefits, but maybe we did. I don't know. The conspiracy theorists will say, maybe take away our League Cup trophy if you want. I don't know. Yeah.
I did minor research into that. It seems like it's to do with the whole COVID situation, right? Like, guys in the chat, okay, if they were laundering money or doing something funky with buying players and funneling money through someone, I would be the first to call them out. I would be thoroughly enjoying this conversation and seeing Cart squirm on that chair as much as you guys would. But come on, this is nothing. This is nothing.
You know how?
Yeah.
You know how Cart says big club things for United, sometimes in jest, sometimes true. This is very much one of those things where Man United's name is being mentioned for the fine when Barcelona, PSG, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Roma all got picked up for the same thing because of the changing COVID rules.
They did, and honestly, I know that I can see it. Everyone is so desperate for it to be something big, but when you look at it, guys, it really isn't. And I wish it was? Maybe a little bit, because then I could make these two uncomfortable right now. But we can't, guys. It's if you talk about City, people are going to talk about Man City and the comparison and all the rest of it. If this is one of City's breaches of 115, okay, then it's the one I would care the least about out of 115. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really not much to this one, guys, no matter how much you want it to be.
Fair enough. And last little bit, Marcus Rashford's contract extension. I mentioned briefly my opinion on it. If he's getting paid more, I expect more. I expect more consistency. End of story for me. I know, him getting paid this much, fine. Players are paid on potential. It's reported between 330 and some are even saying 375 before bonuses a week. For me, if players are paid on potential, if he does not live up to this potential, it's bad business. I'm a little critical of Rashford. I think week in, week out, he is not consistent. Other people think otherwise. Personally, maybe with as Ten Hag revamps the system, he'll shine week in, week out. Hopefully. Thoughts on Rashford re-signing, Cultured?
Good, happy. Not my money, so I don't care.
Right.
I'm not paying his wage, so
I was thinking about
I really
that.
don't mind. Yeah, he's good. He's a good player for us. I think he's coming into his peak. I'm happy.
I know it's not our money, but I like to, as a fan, I like to think, would I give Rashford that money? That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I understand that, and I think a lot plays into it, right? Would he have got this if De Gea had got a new contract? Probably not, because De Gea leaving's freed up 300 and something thousand a week. I just prefer to see the best players stay at the club, and whether he's consistent or not week in, week out, he is one of our better performers at the club overall, and I'd like to see him stay rather than us not negotiate and not pay and lose him for potentially a free to someone like PSG or something like that. So I'm overall I'm happy, and it's
one of the problems you would have had is that Saka's contract would have had an impact, I think, on Rashford's because of their output. Like last season, I mean, Rashford had a good season. Saka's just signed a new deal for similar money. If you're Rashford's agent, you're saying, well, look, this is what Saka put up numbers-wise. This is what Rashford put up numbers-wise. He deserves the same.
Absolutely.
pretty simple negotiating tactic right there, and I'm sure Saudi would have offered him the money. Someone would have, you know.
Apparently, he had
PSG
lucrative
maybe.
Apparently, he had lucrative offers from England and Europe. So who knows?
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're an agent, you're going to say that, whatever, aren't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Real quick, highlighted chat. Onana, what's my name? That should be the tune for the announcements. We finally about to play good football. No more.
That's fine, but then Cart has to sing that whole song. We'll come up with a stat for that, and then Cart will have to sing that whole song.